And now the Lumberjack World Championship is back in Hayward, Wisconsin for its 65th year. And I took a trip on out there to breathe in the sawdust, smell the fresh chopped wood, and just see what those world-class athletes have to offer.
We are on the map. I call it, we're not just on the earthly map, we're on the Milky Way map. Even the aliens know about us. Hayward, little town Hayward is just beautiful.
More than 100 competitors from 7 different countries and 16 different states are competing in the Lumberjack World Championship this year. And as the ceremonial torch was lit, the games began.
To see the excitement in the crowd watching these athletes do what they love and what they've trained for. It is much more than just cutting wood.
The Lumberjack World Championship is hosting 21 different categories from log rolling, chopping, sawing, speed pole climbing, and so much more, showcasing the best contestants the scene has to offer.
You got to be A equipment, A game. Mentally, the United States is represented, Canada's represented, Europe's represented, Australia's represented. So it's really unique. This is probably the most competitive field of women you're going to see internationally.
One chop, cut, and roll at a time, contestants were whittled down, culminating down to the finals on Saturday, where the winner will take home $70,000 in prize money.
You not only have to perform like at a high level, you can't set a ceiling right now in this sport.
And for many in Hayward, this is more than just a competition. It's a tradition, one day that they look to be a part of.
3? 3 years old. We started, that's when we, yes.
And the competition actually finished up just moments ago, and we have our official Lumberjack World Champions. Taking home the win for the men's division is U.S. Timber Sports champion and record holder Matt Kogar. And for the woman from Canada, it's Stephanie Naud. Congrats to every competitor out there. It looked like a blast.